Yes, boys. So, quick market review today. A little bit disappointed, if I'm being honest. That wasn't my best performance. Some things do need to change with my trading and maybe just go back to basics a little bit and just, stop trying to use so many strategies, I guess. With that being said, I will take you through the trade and what happened today. So yeah, here we go. We're on the chart, high time frame, as you can see, daily chart. Again, we had that reaction there after daily inversion and the monthly order block. So I was still looking for a continuation and looking at further longs despite this choppy price action. So you can see it's kind of gradually, extended upwards. So it's not been the cleanest price action going. So with that in mind, I was a bit doubtful, but I was still looking for them long positions. What I wanted to see price manipulate underneath this swing low there and then eventually give us that push up towards the weekly opening price. And you can see here, well, it's just kind of starting to do it here after the market. So what I wanted to do, if we go into the 1 minute, was, like I said, manipulate underneath midnight price and target the London range high, so these highs up there. But this was kind of the mistake I had. So I obviously had this high marked out there, so that was the London range high, and I thought we would accelerate further into that volume imbalance and the weekly opening price, because obviously we're not manipulated on the weekly candle yet. So I was too keen to enter. I entered off this fair value gap here. In fact, it was actually the one higher up, and I just wanted to see price accelerate and just continue towards this high there, and then that would have been where my take profit was. But as I said before, I said this in the pre-market plan, we haven't actually manipulated at all during this. It's just a period of accumulation, and during these situations, you need to zoom out and look at the charts on the intermediate time frames, such as the 5 and 15 minute, and you can quite clearly see their prices accumulating. So we haven't manipulated at all during the day, so therefore you probably wanted to see us dip in and come back into this 4-hour inversion and take out that sell side. But off the basis of my trade, I was looking at these short-term lows, which you can see they were taken, but they weren't taken on ES. So we had SMT divergence, obviously, for a short-term swing to the London range high. So if I was planning to be this aggressive off the market open, I wouldn't say it was aggressive, but definitely without any take on any lows or anything, then for me, I was looking to get in here off this original FVG, so the first FVG of the day. Here, where we obviously had the breaking structure there, and then the retest of this order block onto that fair value gap should have been the entry to target the London range high. And then after this, you need to be careful, especially taking liquidity. If we do come back into this region, you probably want us to see price just expand straight away here and leave this gap open. So why I entered on this gap there, I'm not really too sure. It was too rushed, and I was too sure in my analysis that we would chase this aerial price. And then we obviously had the drop off, taking out this short-term liquidity, which I highlighted previously. So with that in mind, that was me done for the day, and I'll show you my profit here on this chart. So you can see there, 167 on 3 accounts. So not great from me today. So yeah, very poor execution, and I should have planned that better. And I actually got in twice. This is how bad I was mentally. I did actually get in twice, trying to long it again off this fair value gap there, stupidly enough. So I didn't learn my lesson. I just lost my head, and then after that point I was done. Not the end of the world, not a lot, but I was only executing off 1 micro on each account. But as I said, I need to eradicate these bad habits before I can trust myself, basically. And then, as you can see, we took this liquidity, took a couple purges, and then we rebounded straight back into that range, which is where we finished the day. So maybe you could have played these, but as I said, looking at the high time frame, nothing is really that clear on this picture there. You can see it's not the cleanest of up moves. We are chopping it in and about, and it looks like a retracement, but it will just gradually climb up, which is why when we did, where it looked like we were breaking out that range, I thought we were going to break it entirely, but we wanted to hunt that liquidity. That is basically it for the day. That is the execution I took. And then in terms of the rest of the day, like I was saying, you got that climb up here during this macro there, where we eventually came back into that range. But maybe if you're taking one of these swing points here, you could have played it to one of these highs. But for me, that was, I was completely done after that point as far as my trading was concerned. Yeah, that's basically it. That is the end of the video. Yeah, cheers for listening to that. Just a quick recap on my trade today, or trades, and just what happened in the market in general. As I'm saying, just be careful at the minute, because price action isn't that clean. So yeah, just protect your profits more than anything. And if you can, make quick profits at the minute, even targeting the short-term highs, definitely do that, just to play it on the safe side instead of going for them big targets, such as the weekly range where we kicked off the weekly opening price or, volume imbalances on the weekly charts, because we are still situated in that range. So yeah, cheers for that, and catch you in the next one.